Good morning. Man, this is the best time of the year to be in Nashville. It's like somebody flipped a switch and it's 20 degrees cooler. It's lovely. So nice. Um, Love this beautiful drive I get to do every day. My wife and I were having a talk this morning. We went and dropped our dog off at PetSmart. And, we have a groomer that we use at PetSmart. And we like what she does. When it's time for a dog to get a haircut, we don't go to the cheapest place to get the haircut. We have a girl, we like what she does, and, we go there and we try to tip her really well. And it got her and I talking because so much of what I do and so much of what she does, I sell gear, I rent gear, I do live recordings, I do post-production mixing. My wife is a high-end travel agent, right? Either one of us, there could be a strong argument made that you don't need us, right? You can get online if you're looking for gear, and you can scour the internet and find the absolute best deal, and you can buy it there from a faceless person, or maybe a personality that you feel like you know for a while, and then they will leave that company. My wife, it's very possible, you can get on AI and, have AI do your travel plans. And maybe save money. What I've learned about the travel industry is you don't necessarily save money. You're just in it with someone else, right? Which is nice, especially if you're in, the middle of Europe and there's some sort of crisis, right? I've seen my wife offer concierge level service where she will reroute you, and my wife literally will wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to make sure her clients got on their flight. She'll check the weather, where they're going. She's promised none of this type of service, right? And, I do the same thing with what I do. I've had 2 incredible clients the last month that have kind of restored my faith in humanity. One client I've known a really long time, and you know who you are. He said something that was transformative to me last month. He's building a studio, buying a lot of gear, and he goes, "Man, it really feels good to finally be able to pay you back." Now, I don't know exactly what he was talking about, why he would feel a need to pay me back. I would imagine, I've known him a really long time, and hopefully in that time, not only has he become a friend, I've probably given him a lot of advice and told him what not to do, and, this is how so-and-so's doing that. I just do that because I love people, and I've been so blessed to meet so many professionals that have shared with me their process, what they're doing, how the sausage is made, if you will, right? And so why would I just keep that and not share it? It's part of what I do. What I think makes me different a lot of times is I will tell you what not to buy and why. I personally think about equipment a lot as an investment, right? And, if something's real niche and boutique-y, I don't like it. It's not going to hold its value. Now, it might be a good tool, and you might want to buy it anyway. That's fine. I will sell it to you. But, part of what I do of my whole process is giving advice. My wife is in the exact same business, right? Where it's like she's planning high-end travel. And I hear it every day where she's going, well, you might think about not going there this time of the year. Here's why. They have seasonal weather things. You know, last year it was all about the Olympics in Paris, right? She was rerouting people away from Paris because of the Olympics, right? This year, that's a hot destination again, right? That is a personalized service. She's giving her opinion, which, you know, people may or may not like, but she's given her opinion. She's putting her heart and soul into something. It's interesting on my side of the fence. When you answer the phone, I've been answering the phone at Rack and Roll for 28 years. If you've ever called Rack and Roll, I would say over the history of the company, I have answered the phone 85% of the time, maybe more. You know, there were periods of time where there were other people answering, but it's pretty much been me. And the greatest takeaway I've learned is people will say and give you hints to their true actions, right? It's interesting, some of the things people say. People will say things like, man, I feel like every time I'm calling you, you know, I'm just asking for advice. Or they'll say, man, I don't want to be that guy, but what's your best price, right? And, you know, I'm happy to, I'll quote them. I quote things at what I need to sell things for. And I always say, hey, I am not the cheapest guy. If you want the cheapest guy, you know, that's not what I provide. What I do provide is, if it's 1 o'clock in the middle of the night and something has gone awry and you're in desperate need, I will wake up, drive to the shop, take something off the shelf, and show up for you. On the weekends, I will answer the phone. The boss, I will answer the phone. I will show up for you. If I know anyone or a equipment manufacturer that I think you need to know, I will introduce you. I don't charge for that. Some people would actually call that PR, right? Some people would actually pay a company to do that on someone else's behalf. I don't do that. It's just what I do if you're a client. It's what my wife does if you're a client. And so, you know, it's interesting. A couple years ago, I was part of this project. I'm still part of this project where we have a Hyder mic pre with my good buddy Jeff Steiger at Cappy Audio, the best audio company in Nashville, the best equipment made. And, you know, he manufactured a mic pre that he was kind enough to listen to a few of us and collaborate with. And we actually have the Rack and Roll Audio Hyder H2 branded pre now with him. But, you know, at the time he was just selling kits. And I'm like, man, we should, everyone says they want made in the USA. And so, you know, we should build an assembled pre, like made in the USA. And it was a very interesting experiment watching what people would say online of like, oh, I support the small guy and I want made in the USA. And, you know, it's interesting what anytime, and I say this to my kids, I go, do not let life confuse you by what people say. It can be very misleading. The only thing you should care about and pay attention to is what people do, right? Their actions, right? It's very informative. You know, at the time people were saying, oh, we want something made in America. We don't want cheap Chinese crud, you know. And it was interesting when we launched the pre, the amount of people that online wanted everyone to know and see like, oh, hey, I want to buy this, versus the people that just quietly didn't say anything and they showed up. They supported a great small company, Jeff and Cappy Audio and Rack and Roll, and bought it. And we're so grateful when that happens. So my challenge to you is, if these things are important to you, if you value personalized service, do you support it? And if you're one of those people that are in a personalized service, do you support others? Are are you walking the walk, right? Talking the talk. Now, sometimes you don't need it. Sometimes it's some mass-produced widget made in China, and it is what it is, right? It's a Vizio 55-inch TV. I'll admit, I'm going to Costco for that. I'm going to Costco. They have a great price. I like Costco. And I'm just going to go there and buy that. And that's okay. I don't even know that mom and pop TV shops exist anymore, right? But anyway, it just really got me thinking today, that conversation with my wife, and I know I can do better supporting small business, and not just for the sake of supporting small business. If it's not a better product or service, I get it, man. I do it too. I get on Amazon, and it's an incredible service. I love that. But, with AI coming on, I think what could happen, it's going to automate our lives in incredible ways. And I'm seeing it right now. It's unbelievable. I drove my wife's car in autopilot this morning to drop my daughter off. I mean, I had my hands on the steering wheel, but I didn't have to. And it's incredible. I love it. But I think we're going to see a difference here in the next couple of years as music gets more homogenized, business becomes more homogenized. I think, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We just keep going the way we're going. I think it's going to create tremendous opportunity for individuals that are willing to go the extra mile and give of themselves and really give something personalized. And hey, this is not for everyone. I'm speaking to a niche. With me and what I do, I'm literally a niche inside of a niche, what I provide. But anyway, appreciate the people that listen to me ramble. I'm having fun doing this, and your feedback and your comments. A lot of the comments are coming from friends, and I'm making a lot of new friends. I'm getting text and your comments on my YouTube page. I appreciate it. So anyway, have a great day, and thanks for your support. Hey, like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. It makes a difference. And my channel's new. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm getting close. So anyway, thanks so much. Have a great day. Appreciate you.